Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Finishing Blow. Hopefully you guys had a good week. This week has been really crazy for news. I had to compile a ton of the news together in order to get it all in one article. A lot of good stuff to read, but a lot of news to cover. So be sure to check out the site and read everything in detail because I'm going to be kind of just skimming everything in this video, but a lot of cool stuff I want to cover. So first off, ridiculous amount of news for Donnie Yen. I'm going to start with his first film that I was really excited for, which is Special Identity. The film is still in legal limbo as far as I know, but a poster and some really sweet stills for the movie have come out, and it just makes me want to watch this movie so much more. It looks awesome. I've heard some people who went to the film festival, and I think it's Cannes, right? Or Cannes. I don't know how you pronounce it. But anyways, they went to the festival, and there was actually a trailer that they saw, like a teaser trailer. And I've heard from multiple sources that if you like Flashpoint, you will not be disappointed. So, cannot wait to see what Special Identity has to offer. It's on the top of my list for this year. I just think it's going to be really awesome. Just Donnie Yen at his best, using the gritty, intense fighting that we all know and love. So the story is pretty much Flashpoint, but that's okay. I can deal with that. He's the undercover cop this time, and Colin Chow is the leader of a gang who's weeding out cops. So Donnie's trying to keep his identity safe while at the same time doing his job, and he is the Special Identity in a sense. So anyways, Special Identity looks awesome. You got to see all the pictures. Donnie Yen in the rain just looks like a beast, just regardless. So next on that same day was info on the film called Last of the Best. Now all I have right now is the promotional poster for it. But it sounds interesting. It's about a police officer who accidentally kills somebody, which isn't the first time Donnie has actually accidentally killed somebody. But in some strange turn of events, the police have to turn to him to track down a serial killer. So it sounds cool. I don't know how amazing it's going to be, but it seems interesting. But like I said, Donnie's accidentally killed people a few times. It must be a trend of his. So Last of the Best seems pretty interesting. And then lastly, Crouching Tiger. Apparently it's called Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2 Green Destiny, which I think is really long, but I get why they want to keep the Crouching Tiger name in there. Anyways, it's going to be directed by Yen Wu Ping, and it will have Donnie and Michelle Yeoh in it. Michelle will be playing her original role from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I don't think they've said what Donnie's going to be playing yet, but it's going to be interesting. Yen Wu Ping directing the film, I think I kind of suggested that. Out of all the people, I didn't think Ronnie Yu would be very good. Now, Yen Wu Ping I think is a good fit for the film, but I'm still kind of worried about him directing because he has really good films, and then he has films that just don't hit the mark. True Legend, I was truly, honestly excited for that film, and it overstayed its welcome. The last quarter of the film was not necessary at all. I feel like it could have been split into two separate films if he wanted to go that route. It was not good. So I kind of have a love-hate relationship, I guess, with Yen Wu Ping. His choreography is very good. Directing-wise, I hope he does the franchise justice. I know that's why Ronnie didn't want to do it. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I guess it's good news. It could have been somebody totally off the radar that nobody had heard of. So this is a step in the right direction. Hopefully it just leads to a proper film. Okay, so that was all on Sunday. Just ridiculousness. On Monday, trailers came out. So I had a trailer for The Iceman Cometh, another trailer for Badges of Fury, and then Once Upon a Time in Vietnam. Now, Badges of Fury, let's go in order. Okay, Iceman Cometh. It looks really good. It looks like a solid trailer. The film looks like it's coming along really well. You can see where the 3D is really prominent, which I really don't care. But, throwing objects at the screen, because, that's obviously a natural angle choice that people did before. I guess some movies did it before, but now with 3D, it's overdone. It really is. But anyways, I don't know about 3D. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I feel like it's a little bit too much. At the same time, I haven't seen Avatar, so you guys can go ahead and punch the screen now. But I've heard that that's like the actual like only proper use of 3D. But I feel like everything's gimmicky, so we'll see. True Legend was supposed to be in 3D too. Anyways, I'm getting off track. You guys are probably just watching the trailer anyways. It looks good. It's going to be split into 2 films as far as I know. But other than that, it looks like a good epic martial arts film. Okay, let's follow that up with Badges of Fury real quick. So, the second trailer for Badges of Fury is like comedy on like 10. Because that's all it pretty much focuses on. The first trailer that I saw, I had a little bit of hope for the film. I thought, well, maybe they just didn't introduce comedy in the right way. And, you know, it's going to be more serious and, you know, whatever. The second trailer just does not do it any justice. I feel like it's so, like, just, I don't know, the humor just is not my style at all. I don't know how I feel about it. I remember films like that in, like, the early 90s that were really slapstick and just over the top, and they were kind of hit and miss. It's just weird to see Jet Li doing it at this age. I don't know why he chose this film, to be honest with you. But, I mean, I'll watch it. I will. Just to see him fight like Wu Jing. But it's just, I don't think it's going to be that great. And if he proves me wrong, then more power to him. But I'd rather set my bar kind of low for this one and then be pleased with it instead of saying, like, it's going to be amazing and then be disappointed. Alright, and then lastly, for trailers, Once Upon a Time in Vietnam had a trailer as well. Nothing super special, like it is a different trailer than the one that we saw originally, but it looks like it's going to be a good action flick with a pretty strong story, and that's about it. I mean, it looks like a western, I guess, in a sense, and that's not a bad thing. Like, it's better to have a simple, strong plot than a confusing, intricate plot, I think. So, especially for an action film, I feel like it's, you know, you get the motivation for the character and you see why they're doing what they do, and then you can sit back and watch the fighting. So, anyways, all 3 trailers look awesome. Be sure to check them out on the site and see what you think about them because they look really sweet. Okay, so for the fight of the week, I did Todd's Walk to Work, which is a continuation of what Riot Act is doing. It's awesome. I liked it a lot. It's got a really good sense of humor, and the fighting is still very, very good. So be sure to check it out. I feel like these guys are moving in the right direction, and I highly recommend it. So check out Todd's Walk to Work if you can. Okay, next up, more posters. So I found some posters for Tom Yum Goong 2 as well as 7 Assassins. So the poster for Tom Yum Goong 2 looks pretty over the top. Again, with the 3D-ness. It's just so much. Like, it doesn't look real. And I know that a lot of the posters don't look real per se, but I feel like they're trying too hard to raise this bar and make it like Tony Jaa's big comeback, and it's going to be amazing, and there's a motorcycle, and he's on the front of it. And I don't know. I mean, I still haven't given you guys my thought of the trailer. If you guys have seen it, it's not like an official release, so it's one of those that gets put up and then taken down and put up and taken down. So I'll save that for when it officially comes out. But for the poster, it just, it looks okay. I mean, it looks good. I'm glad that Tony's back in the industry. I just don't know how I'm going to feel about it. So on top of that, 7 posters for 7 Assassins, which I talked about a few weeks ago, I think, with Eric Tang. It looks decent. I mean, the fighting is probably not going to be that great, but it looks like a fun little summer flick. And the posters are, I'm guessing, of each of the 7 characters. I don't know if they're all the assassins or not, but I don't know. You can check it out. I like the red background. Some of the characters look really awesome. Some of them just kind of look like they're there. But it looks good. So check those posters out. There's, like I said, there's 7 of them. And then you can look at, sorry, lost my voice. Look at the Tom Yum Goong poster. A little bit more detail as well. Okay, following all of that up, I told you there's a ton of stuff to talk about. Scott Adkins is going to be playing a king in a Hercules 3D film. Now, there's not too much about this except for the fact, like, the king, apparently when he leaves is when Zeus kind of does stuff with his wife, and that's when the twins are born, I guess. I don't know. I just have a feeling that Scott Adkins may not have a huge role in this film, which is why there's not, like, a lot of detail about his character. Because if his character is, like, gone, and then that's when Hercules like is conceived or born or whatever. He's probably not going to be in it that much. So it'll be cool if they show him as like a ruler that fights and things like that, and he has a couple fight scenes. I'm not expecting him to be in the film for too much. And I also don't know if this is going to be like a full-on theatrical release or if it's going to be straight to DVD. If it's 3D, I'm guessing they're going to try and get a theater run for it. So think of it of what you will, but I'm sure we'll get more news about it as the weeks come closer. And I think Scott was actually like bulking up for this role. So it may have been a different role, but I'm assuming it's this role. So a lot of exciting stuff. Like I said, there's a ton of news. It's just insane the amount of stuff, like new info that was coming out this week. Okay, so lastly on the news side of things, and probably most hilariously, was an interview that IGN had with Jackie. And I know a lot of people take Jackie Chan like his quotes out of context. This wasn't one of those like inappropriate like political like thank God none of that happened. But he was talking about how he wanted to play Iron Man, which I think is awesome and hilarious at the same time. And I get what he means. He's trying to say like he wants to play like a superhero role or do something different like that, but nobody wants to see, you know, like everybody, if Jackie Chan said, I'm going to be Iron Man, would probably roll their eyes and wonder if he's hit his head one too many times. So I understand that, but I can also see Jackie's stance. Like, he wants to do something different. He wants to play a superhero or something that would be fun to do. I mean, he's never done one of those where you fly around in the air and shoot things and they explode, or save, what was it, 11 or 12 people that fall out of an airplane? Stuff like that. So I can totally see it. But on the flip side, he did talk about some of his other films, including Skip Trace, which sounds like it's going to be very Rush Hour-ish to me. I thought that he was trying to kind of disprove that. He says it's going to be more like Little Big Soldier, which may be possible, but the fact that we have an American director who's trying to make a name for himself, they may fall back on the same format, I guess, that they have before. So anyways, and I don't know, I saw some people saying, like Lee said, that too many superhero fans would be upset if Jackie Chan, you know, actually became Iron Man. But I always thought it'd be funny, and this is just completely random, if Jet Li was Spider-Man. I think that would be great, because A, he would be so little in his suit, and then B, like, the man is a beast with a rope anyway, so give him like a web rope, and he could like jump over it, twirl it, and hit people in the face with it. So if you ever want my vote for who should be a superhero that should never be a superhero, Jet Li would be it. Plus you get the mask, and then you get to hear Jet Li talk, which would be totally Spider-Man's voice. So I think it'd be awesome. I'm totally off track, but anyways. Lastly, did a review for Rush Hour. Couple of reasons. One, I didn't have a lot of time this week to watch something new and write a thorough review for it. And two, given the fact that like Skip Trace and all of these other kind of Rush Hour-ish news was coming out, I decided to go ahead and do a review for Rush Hour. So I'm sure you've already seen it. Give it a read just for kicks and see if you agree or not with what I think about the film. Okay, so I guess lastly, real quick, before I am done with the video, I want to show you guys some stuff because I actually am a year older now as opposed to last week. But I want to show you this. Okay, so I got a couple things for my birthday. One, Kenshin on Blu-ray, which if you have not seen this movie, you need to see it. It's awesome. And then next up, I was actually going to wear this, but it'd be really hard to show you guys the front and back of it if I had it on. So I got this sweet Jackie Chan t-shirt. I don't know if you can see it all or not. But anyways, it's awesome, and I'm definitely going to wear it for some of my other videos. I think it's sweet. So can't wait to try it out. But I didn't want to wear it today because then I'd have to stand up and like revolve around and stuff, and you guys wouldn't be able to see it. So anyways, I had a fun birthday week, and that's part of the reason why I had to condense a lot of my news articles because I didn't have a lot of time. So next week, I'm going to be better about it. I'm rambling. This video is ridiculously long, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. But hopefully you guys had an awesome week. I will try to catch up on all the little tidbits of news that slipped through the cracks at the film festival next week. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching these videos. I do appreciate it, and I really enjoy making them, so I'm glad that you guys at least get a kick out of it. Oh, and also, YouTube let me change my channel name, so it's now Martial Arts Movie Junkie, which they're like, go ahead and change it if you don't want to use your name, and you can put spaces in it. So I took it when I could. which is really exciting because K. Miller, The Addict, was really long, and Martial Arts Movie Junkie is long too, but at least it's linked to the website now. So that's awesome news. Hopefully it'll be easier for people to find. So that'd be great. Anyways, I'm done. You guys have an awesome week, and I will see you guys next week. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. This is K. Miller, and this week has been finished.